Hello guys, welcome to this Android application development tutorial. So we'll be continuing with the second part of this SQLite database. So let's begin. So in last class I completed this database adapter.java file in which I had created all the things related to queries, creating database, tables and all. So today we'll be moving to our main activity.java. And here you can see our XML file which is ready. We'll just connect it and we'll call those queries and our code will be ready and we'll run and check. Okay, so let's begin with implementation of this edit text. So I'll create objects. So these are the things, that is name, password. For updation I'll require two things: update old and update new, and I require delete as well. So this 5 are my edit text. Now next will be my database adapter. Here I'll create an object for helper. With the help of this helper I'll call all those queries which we have created here in my database adapter. Now this is done. Now I'll connect this object names with XML file. So r.id dot, so first one is edit name. So likewise I'll create connect for other 4 as well. So I'll just copy and paste it. So second one is for pass. So edit pass is the name which I have given. Third one is update old, update new, and last one is delete. So I'll go to update old and here I'll just keep the name. So the name is etcm which I have mentioned. For this etnn, that is new name, and for last one is et delete. So etdel. So this is done now. Now I'll connect this helper with my this particular page. So new, my database adapter main activity dot this. So this is also done. Now we will start our code. So for insert, for view, for update, for delete, insert, update, delete and view. So let's begin with the coding. So I won't be using on click, that long process of calling buttons. So I'll use the short one. So I have already given names. So the first name is add user. So I'll create 2 string objects. T1 and connect it with my name edit text. So name dot get text dot to string. So whatever value we'll put here will get stored in this converted one, that is in string T1 and T2. For password, text dot toString. This is done. Now what I'll do is I'll check that if user does not enter anything, then basically we are putting validation. So if user does not enter anything, then it will throw an error message that user has to enter both name and password. So I'll give the toast message, make text please enter both name and password. So I'll make it length long and show it. So this portion is ready. Now we'll just call the else part. Okay, so here I'll create one long object that is ID, and now I'll use this helper to call the query, that is insert data. I'll just show you this adapter portion, and here you can see inside insert data object I have written the query. So this I am calling. If my ID is less than 0, then it will print that unsuccessful, else if there is some value, then it will print successful. So insertion, else part as well. Okay, so insertion unsuccessful, and second one I copy this entire thing, insertion successful, and next thing what I'll do is I'll simply set it as empty. So set text empty passport, set text as empty. So this I'll copy and paste it here. So our insert code is done. Basically I have just converted this into string t1 and t2, and I am checking it for validation. If user does not enter anything, let's say in this user leaves this field blank, and if he tries to click on this button, it will throw this toast message that user has to enter both name and password. That's what I did. And in else part, if user is entering both the thing, then it will call with the help of this helper method, it will call this insert data query, and whatever value is there, it will get inserted in the table. Okay, now let's move on to our view code. Okay, so for view, it's public void, so it's view data. This is the name what I have given. I'll call this view. So in view we don't have to do much because we'll just be printing the data. I'll create an string object and call the helper method get data. Get data is the object name where I have written the query. Now I'll just call the toast message. Here I'll print the data. Okay, what I'll do is just remove this, place it here. Okay, now it's done. So likewise, we'll move on to the next one, that is update. So I'll just copy this much, just change the view name. So view name is update. Okay, so for update, the first thing we'll do is we'll copy this much because it is quite similar. So I won't be writing the entire code. So I'll just change the name from u1, u2, and change it to update old, update new. Sure, validation is what we are checking. So u1, u2, if it's empty, then it will simply print please enter. So just write enter data. So validation part is done. Now we'll move on to the else part. So for else part, we'll again call the helper method dot update name, and we'll give u1 comma u2. That's what we have created. Okay, now if value is there, then else. If value is not there, then the next thing. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this and paste it out here. So updation unsuccessful, else updation successful. Here I'll just change it, update old and update new. So copy and paste it here as well. So our update part is also done. Now the last thing remaining is our delete code. So just solve this thing later. So last one is delete. Let's finish this delete as well. So likewise, I'll copy this, delete view, create an object, view name, call delete dot get text dot to string, simply converted. Now if my string name is empty, message. This please enter data. Else call the query, that is I'll put that delete only you name. Now the same thing, I'll copy this. So deletion unsuccessful. This is not required. Give else part. Else part. This delete will be successful. Delete successful. Now let me just check which base I am missing. So this is this one. Okay, so I guess the first base is what I am missing here. So here I just put it. Okay, this is done. This one is done. Okay, now insert. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. Okay, this is done. This is okay. This is good. Yeah. So I'll just build it once. So basically we are checking for errors. So now you can see everything is fine. The error is gone. So we'll just run this and check our output. So our app is installed. So let's enter some name. So I am entering name and password. So the name and password which I have entered is same. So I'm clicking on add user. So you can see insertion is successful. Now I'll click on view data. So here you can see that my data, whatever I have entered, that is username and password, is visible. So let's enter one more data. So insertion is successful. Let's view it. So second data is also inserted. So let's change. That means let's update it. Let's update this name to something else. Let's say home. So I'm updating it. So updated. So let's view it. So name has been updated. Now let's delete this data. So it's deleted. Let's view it. only one name is there. So everything is working fine. So this was our insertion, updation, deletion and viewing of data with the help of SQLite database. So I hope you guys understood this program. If you have any questions, you can mention it in the comment section below. And if you have doubts, you can ask me as well. So thank you for watching.